Hi and welcome to Outwell and to the Alabama 5P from our premium collection. You can see it's a large tunnel design tent that's aimed to sleep up to 5 people. It has quite a unique bedroom configuration at the back, which we'll show you in detail shortly. It then has a sealed living space and then your front panorama room on here. Now, with it being in our premium collection, you'll find the fly sheet we're using on here is our Outex 6000. So this is a taffeta polyester, so very good quality and durable material. It has PU coating on the inside and all of the seams are fully taped, ensuring that it's completely waterproof. It has a hydrostatic head of 6,000 millimeters, ensuring that even in the heaviest of rain you're going to stay nice and dry inside the tent. The frame from front to back is made up of steel poles, so pretty much about as solid as you're going to get in terms of frame tents here. And we've actually tested this to withstand up to a force 10 on the Beaufort scale, so again, real peace of mind here that even in the worst of weather conditions, whether it be wind or rain, you've got a real solid bit of kit with this tent here. We have plenty of other features like our large ventilation panels which run all the way along the sides of the tent and round the back as well. So just under here we have mesh paneling that allows cool fresh air into the tent, keeping you a little bit more comfortable. If it does get a little bit too cold or chilly inside, we can simply get rid of these by removing the Velcro tabs and just popping these down like so. You can see we have large tinted windows all the way around the tent as well. So all the way around the front here, every single panel has a window on here, allowing you panoramic views from the inside of the tent. And that's actually what the P stands for in the name, Alabama 5P. It's not that it's from the premium collection, it's that you have this panoramic room at the front here. All the windows are actually tinted as well, so that serves two key functions. One is to reflect some of the glare away from the inside of the tent from the sun, and the second is obviously just to give you a little bit more privacy as well. So although it's very stable with it being steel, we've also added on our wind stabilizer to the tent just to make sure that it's very solid. I'll just show you how that works. What we do is we simply take the Velcro tabs when we're setting the tent up and we wrap them around the frame and just lock them into place with that Velcro tab there. You find that there is one at the top and at the bottom of every pole all the way around the tent, and these are where our guy lines are attached. So once we've taken the guy lines out and pegged them into the ground, what that does is it takes all of the fly sheet, all of the material of the tent, pulls it against the frame and makes it much more taut and therefore much more stable. We have plenty of reflective points around the tent as well, so in the night time when you've got a head torch on or a handheld torch, you'll be able to see these lighten your tent up. We also have luminous guy lines as well all the way around the tent, so hopefully that should stop you from tripping over them quite as easily. Each guy line has its own retainer, so when it comes to taking the tent down, you can simply wrap these up in your hand and pop them in here so that the next time you come to use the tent, the guy lines are easily accessible. Something else we provide you with here is our easy pegging system. This is where we have 3 separate types of peg. So we have the solid steel peg here, which would be used on the corners of the tent. These would go through the grey pegging points. We then have the black plastic peg here, which is for all of the black pegging points around the tent. And we also have the luminous peg here for the luminous guy line. So all in the name, the easy pegging system, making sure that it's nice and easy for you to get the right peg in the right place. So having a look at some of the other features, you'll see that we have these mud valances that run all the way around the front of the panorama room here. And what that does is just allows any rainwater to run down the tent material and away from the inside. Coming around to the front door, I just want to highlight that it's a really good size front door actually. You can get your furniture in and out of here no problem at all, so setting up once the tent is in place should be pretty simple. It's also a full walk-in height. I'm quite tall and you can see, yep, I can walk in and out of here no problem at all. You're not having to duck to get into the tent. This area here, as I keep mentioning, is our panorama room. It's called that, as I say, because every single panel has got a window all the way around here, so you get great views from out of here. It does have a fully waterproof ground sheet in this area as well, which just toggles into position. It's a bathtub style ground sheet, so it does come up at the edges, and that will give you a little bit more protection from any drafts that might be coming from underneath there. It's exactly the same material as what is in the back of the tent as well, so as I say, completely waterproof underfoot. Really does give you a good versatile space at the front of the tent, ideal for tables and chairs, or even if you want to use it as a sort of storage area or something like that, then that's going to be ideal. The front of the tent is separated from the back of the tent with this large dividing wall, and on the wall we have lots and lots of ventilation panels. So what you can do is have the door fully closed over, but then open up the curtains behind the mesh panelling here to allow for great ventilation flow throughout the tent. Nice thing here is that you have a zip at the top and at the bottom, so again you can actually choose just where the door is going to come to. Obviously we have it fully open just to be able to show you the overall size and space within this tent. In this area, that's something that I want to highlight, is just how much space there is. As I mentioned before, I'm quite tall, I'm about 6'3", and you can see I still have plenty of space above my head in this tent. And again, I feel like there is lots of space here because of the size of these windows all the way around us, allowing lots of light into the tent. So as I mentioned earlier on as well, the tent can sleep up to 5 people, and we have quite a unique bedroom set up here. So on this side here, we actually have 2 single bedrooms, each of which are actually of quite a generous space for one single person. Plenty of features to talk you through on here. The doors have these mesh panels on here again for good ventilation, and don't forget that on the outside of the tent we showed you those large ventilation panels, so you're not going to get too hot and stuffy in these bedrooms. At the back here, we'll just highlight that in the single bedrooms too, we have these handy storage pockets down the bottom here. And you'll also just find that we have a low light window, which we have just zipped closed at the moment. A great feature on these particular bedrooms as well is that we're using our universal inner. So that's where we have this zip in between the 2 bedrooms here, and we'll just show you now how that works. So at the back of the tent, you'll also see that there is an entrance here, again with the waterproof door on the outside and a full mesh door here. So as I was mentioning earlier on, plenty of opportunity for through flow ventilation in this tent too. So the 3-person bedroom again is a little bit unique because it stands alone here, and you can see lots of nice features in here. We have some ventilation across the back, which corresponds to outside ventilation. We then have a black ceiling here just to hopefully give you a little bit of a longer lie in the morning when the sun's shining bright. In the back corner over here we have some handy storage pockets, again great for personal possessions, and another low light window which you can just see we have opened up here, and that's just going to allow you access to the views outside without leaving the bedroom. Another really nice feature here is that you actually have 2 doors, so you have your standard door on this side, and then you have a door on the front here as well, which also has full zipped ventilation panels on here. So just open this up, we will see. So like the other bedrooms, we have ventilation at the top here and ventilation on the side, and there's also some handy storage pockets down in the corners too. On this side of the tent there is a huge side opening door, and there is a mesh door as well here. So again, ventilation wise is all covered with these doors all having the large ventilation panels. At the top there's a lantern hanging point in a good central location just up here, and then leading away from that you've got all these cable tidies which run down to a zip, which is our cable entry point, which you can just zip open and bring in any cables from the outside. So that allows you to do that without having any of the doors open. The ground sheet I've already sort of mentioned earlier on, so just in here is exactly the same material as what it was in the front. The only difference is in this area here it's completely sealed, so you get no drafts whatsoever. You're going to keep out dirt and sand and things like that, and hopefully more importantly, out of your nice sealed area you'll keep out those unwanted creepy crawlies too. So there's plenty of optional extras to talk you through on this tent here. So there are 2 different types of carpets available for the back. We have a fleece carpet available, and we also have a 3-layer insulated carpet available. There's a footprint available to go under the entire tent, which is going to just keep your ground sheet at the front and your sealed ground sheet at the back dry and clean when it comes to taking the tent down. There's also a side awning available for the tent as well, and of course a roof protector floor on top as well. So that's all the features of the Alabama 5P and all of the optional extras available too. Thanks very much for watching.